Hello everyone and welcome back to my YouTube channel. For those of you who are new around here, my name is Nicola and I am from The Unrefined, which is my Instagram account and also my YouTube channel, which is all about health and wellness and nutrition. I have recently had a baby, so I am 10 weeks postpartum today, and this YouTube video is 100% dedicated to one of my favorite brands which has helped me throughout pregnancy and postpartum, and that is ModiBody underwear. So for those of you who don't know what ModiBody is leak-proof underwear, and I actually first came across this brand when I was pregnant. So I've actually never used ModiBody when I've had a period. I've only used it when I was pregnant and also postpartum, which I unfortunately have been bleeding for 8 weeks. I had a few complications at birth and I'm still bleeding today. So I could not live without this underwear, which is why I wanted to dedicate a whole video to it. I will also be doing a leak-proof test throughout this video. I will actually put an amount of liquid onto the underwear and we will see whether any liquid leaks out. So that is a test that's coming up. But firstly, I wanted to give you a little bit of background as to why I discovered the brand and why I started wearing the underwear. I actually discovered ModiBody when I was in my second trimester. One of my friends recommended them to me because I had a lot of discharge. I'm just going to be open on here. This isn't a vlog for males, but I had a lot of discharge, which I actually didn't realize was a thing in pregnancy, but I started experiencing it in the second and third trimesters. And I was using so many panty liners a day. I just thought it was so bad for the environment and I really wanted to be more sustainable. So I decided to try this underwear and thought, well, if it was good, I can then obviously use it after birth when I have my period. These were the first two underwear sets that I got. So I got this, which I think is the sensual underwear, which I really love because it's actually quite flattering. And these, I just thought I'd get a seamless pair as well. So I really like these ones as well to wear like under my activewear and things like that. But I wear these all the time and I ended up getting more pairs of these, and then around Christmas time they had a special, so I actually got red ones. So I got the seamless. These are like high-waisted ones. I got the sensual ones as well in the red. And the thing that I love about them is that I find them quite flattering. They also have a G-string range, which you can definitely check out if you're a G-string girl. I'm actually usually a G-string girl, but in pregnancy things changed down there, and let's just say my G-strings didn't fit me as well as they used to. So the other reason I love these underwear is because they don't give you a camel toe. So I pop them on and then I put my activewear on or any jeans or anything and it doesn't give me a camel toe, which I found was a problem for me. You're either a camel toe girl or you're not. So if you know, you know. But yeah. These are camel toe free, which I love. Now in terms of absorbency, I use the moderate to heavy flow underwear. I haven't used any of the other flow levels, so I can't really review those, but the moderate to heavy has been amazing throughout pregnancy, but also postpartum when I've been bleeding quite a lot. Now I always have women on Instagram asking me why I wear this underwear when it's just as easy to wear a pad and, you know, there's no risk involved. I personally haven't had any accidents with ModiBody. The absorbency is amazing, but I can understand where you're coming from, which is why I will do the absorbency test in a second. But the other main reason that I wear ModiBody is because they're environmentally friendly and more sustainable than wearing pads. So I actually calculated for this video how many pads I would use throughout pregnancy and the postpartum period had I just worn pads. I would have disposed of 924 pads. 924 pads. That is a lot of pads to go through. Can you imagine that in a garbage bin? That is almost 1,000 pads, and all of those pads are going straight into landfill. Most of them are. Now considering I almost used 1,000 pads or disposable menstrual products just in pregnancy and the postpartum period, I thought that I would research how many a woman would use in her lifetime, or the average number. Guess how many? 11,000. So if you consider that number, 11,000, a lot of these menstrual products actually contain plastics. Now these plastics can take up to 500 to 800 years to break down in landfill, but even longer if they end up in the ocean, and that happens quite regularly. So you can see how detrimental this is for our environment, and I just thought, you know, if we all do our part, even if you just want to start using ModiBody for a little while or use it, you know, every second period, or just on occasions where, you know, you're at home. Every little bit that we can do to reduce this number is doing something for our environment. So I think it's really important, and that's why I wanted to dedicate a whole video to ModiBody. So the next thing I wanted to do was test out the absorbencies. So I'm going to use my favorite pair, and I am going to pop this liquid onto the crotch. So I don't know if you can see, but it's actually not that thick. So it's not really bulky or anything when you've got it on. It literally just feels like an average pair of underwear, but they feel really comfortable and supportive, which is what I really like about them. But the amount of liquid I have in here is the equivalent of 3 tablespoons, which I think 1 tablespoon is about 15 mils. So what's that? Oh my God, I can't even do maths. This is pregnant. Oh no, I'm not pregnant. This is post baby brain. No, this is just baby brain because I've got a baby. So anyway, there is 45 mils of liquid on here. So what I'm going to do is slowly pour it on, and we will see. I don't know how to do this properly. How do you test absorbency? We will see if the water drops down. Ready? It's absorbing. Still going. And you know what else I'm going to do? I'm still finishing, by the way. I'm going to pop these on after I've put the water on and see what they feel like to wear. And that's all of the liquid. Look, nothing has leaked through. That's 3 tablespoons, so that's quite a lot of liquid, and none of it has leaked through to the outside. Not even the, I don't know if you can see how dry that is. So that is the wet side, and that is the dry side. It still hasn't even leaked through. That is amazing. So I'm going to leave that for a little bit, and then I'm going to pop it on and tell you what it feels like. I do believe the average woman leaks around 30 to 40 milliliters per menstrual period. So I don't think you'd be leaking all of that blood, or what I just did then, in the one sitting. But obviously if you have a heavy flow, maybe. I have obviously been leaking for 8 weeks, and my flow has been variable. Like from the first moment I left the hospital, I had a lot more blood, but now I sort of feel, if it was, I'd probably only be feeling panty liners if I was wearing panty liners. So I'm going to model these styles for you, and then I'm also going to leave a link down below to ModiBody and my favorite styles. ModiBody can be used for periods, if you have incontinence. They can be used for sweat, so if you sweat a lot at the gym and you want something to absorb that sweat, then these underpants are great as well. And of course, like I mentioned earlier, these can definitely be used in pregnancy, and I can vouch for that. So I'm really excited to actually wear this underwear when I have my period, which obviously isn't going to be, I don't know when I next get my period. I will definitely give you a review on my Insta stories when I've started wearing these when I get my period. So the first style that I'm going to show you is the sensual style. So this is the one with the lace. Now obviously I'll turn around so that you can see what the bum looks like as well. I personally find them quite flattering, and I also love them in pregnancy because they did fit me. Like I wore these with a bump and without a bump, and they did sort of, yeah, they're just really comfortable. So I really love those. Now I'm going to put on the Seamfree underwear. This is another favorite of mine, and I love them under activewear, or like if you have obviously something that you need to not show the line, then these are really great as well. And then these are, I can't remember what these ones are. This is another style. I can't remember what style it is, but I will pop it up on the screen so that you know. But I will also just show you what they look like when I'm wearing them. I really like the red for Christmas, but also I think they're quite sexy. So I'm just going to leave those there with you. And I got them in the high-waisted, and this is just because I'm in the postpartum period, but obviously if you like the high-waisted underwear, to suck your tummy in, they're great as well. And finally, I got my favorite sensual pair with, it's got a little bit of more of a high waist in the pink as well. So I will leave a link to all of these styles down below, and if you guys have any questions about the ModiBody range or its sustainability or you know, just my experiences with them, then definitely pop the questions in the section below. I really hope you enjoy this review. Please give me a thumbs up if you like the review, and subscribe to my channel if you like these videos, as it really supports my channel. I will see you in my next YouTube video. Bye.